Hello, dear students. This is your chapter number 9, Training and Education. This chapter teaches train and educate yourself and also the life skills you have to develop in yourself, that is self awareness and to deal successfully with stress, emotions, and also problem solving and create activity. So, let us start. Training and education are the keys that together open up the lock of success for you. Training is the process of learning the skills that you need for a particular job or activity. However, the gamut of education is much more wider than training. Here, the word gamut means that is scope of something, or that means scope of education. So what is this? That training and education are the basic two important keys for a person to achieve success in the life. And what is training? That is the process of learning the skills that you need for a particular job or activity. Means that in any job or activity, first we have to train ourselves, our mind, and then we just achieve the success or whatever we just want to do. Education involves understanding the academic subjects as well as practical things that occur in the life of the people. Yes, education same wise very important in each and every person's life. And what education involves, that is the understanding of the academic subjects. Whatever subjects we are dealing with, we have to full knowledge regarding that subject, and also with the practical knowledge that occurs in the life of the people or the person. A good education gives all that knowledge that is required to live a good life. That means that if we have academic or a practical knowledge, that means a good education that gives all the knowledge which is necessary for a person to just live a good life or a healthy life. Here you can see that for a letter is there that is written by Abraham Lincoln to his son's teacher. That a letter was written by Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the USA, and he wrote a letter to his son's teacher. And what he wrote, so let us start. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Teach him for every enemy there is a friend. It will take time, I know. So, what he wrote in the letter, that is, he will have to learn. He will means his son have to learn that, and he also know that he have to learn. And what he have to learn? That all men are not just. Just here means, that means fair. All men are not just. Just means fair, that all men are not good, that all men are also not true. But teach him also that for every scoundrel means that for every dishonest or fraud person there is a hero. And what for that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. And teach him for every enemy there is a friend. It will take time, I know, but he understand or he have to learn these all things. But teach him, if you can, that a dollar earned is of far more value than £5. Teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. In this second one, that teach him that a dollar earned is far more value than a £5, and also teach him to lose, that sometimes lose, that it is not necessary that a person is always just win. So teach him to how to lose or to learn to lose, and also to enjoy winning. Steer him away from envy if you can. Steer means guide him away from envy. Envy means that is a jealousy. So guide him away, that just away from jealous factor if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick, and teach him, if you can, the wonder of books. So in this letter, a father or Abraham Lincoln just write to all this thing to teacher that teach him all this thing to my son. Teach him, if you can, the wonder of books, but also give him quiet time. It means that teach him that the books are important, but also just teach him that the time is also important. You have to give time to your playing or other things, that it is not necessary to all with the books or continue studying for hours and hours. So also teach him to give time or quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky. And also that teach him that there is a beautiful sky, and in the sky the birds are there, and teach him the bees in the sun and the flowers on a green hillside. And in school, teach him it is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. Now the last line is very much important, that it is far more honorable to fail, that we just accept the failing than to cheat, that it is good if we are failing, that it is the thing that if you are do cheating in the paper or something and you just pass, then there is no sense of at all. So it means there is more honorable to fail than to cheat. And this line for all the students. Next one is, teach him to have faith or trust in his own ideas, that whatever ideas or the good thoughts kept in mind, then teach him to just support them, even if everyone tells him they are wrong, even all the people are saying that this is wrong, but teach him to just faith, total faith in yourself. Teach him to be gentle or the calm with gentle people, with the good people, and tough with the tough. It's not like that ki always we have to behave like a gentle person, but if the person is the tough as the root, then tough with the tough. Try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd. And also just give the strength to my son to not to follow the crowd. It means that if a person, or suppose if a friend just go on a direction, that teach him in a bad direction, that teach him not to follow that crowd. Just make a path of yourself or to achieve success when everyone is getting on the bandwagon. And what is mean by bandwagon, that is currently fashionable. It means that sometimes we are just busy or just having ideas that whatever is currently fashionable or this thing, so just let it be these things, not to follow the crowd. Teach him to listen to all men. This important thing is also just listen all men. It means just listen all the people, but teach him also to filter all he hears. And that is also a very superb line, that just listen to by everyone, but only just filter the thoughts, whatever you hear, just filter the thoughts and then accept it on a screen of truth, and take only the good that comes through. And teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he's sad, and also teach him when he is sad, then how to cheer up and how to just freshen their mood. And also teach him that there is no shame in tears, that sometimes it is good to having tears in your eyes. It doesn't mean that you are not strong or that much. So teach him each and everything if you can. Teach him to scoff at cynics. What do you mean by scoff? That means mock, that to mock someone, that teach him to mock at cynics means that the person who believe selfishness only motivate human activities. So teach him to mock at this person and to be wary of too much sweetness. Teach him to close his ears to howling mob. It means whenever great sound is coming and the crowd is coming and mob is there, it means a group is there. So teach him to close his ears and to stand and fight. If he thinks he is right, treat him gently, but do not cuddle him. It means whatever the things are, you have to only teach him, not to cuddle him, because only the test of fire makes fine steel. And that is a true thing, that the test of fire, when we just play with the fire, only then we'll become strong. So let him have the courage to be impatient, let him have the patience to be brave. Teach him always to have sublime faith in yourself and himself, because then he will always have sublime. Sublime means that is supreme faith in himself and in the mankind. And this is a big order, but see what you can do. He is such a fine little fellow, my son. And that is the letter which is written by Abraham Lincoln to his son's teacher. Now, here's a story in this chapter also, and the story title is Janet Finds Her Voice. So, let us start with the story also. Miss Janet D'Souza, speaking and literary skills became so poor in her childhood that she even struggled to communicate in everyday situations. At the age of 6, Janet was separated from her family and sent to a Catholic orphanage where she was abused and was only encouraged to use her voice for prayers. That at the age of 6, she separated with her family and sent to the orphanage where only she abused by all the people and only encouraged to use her voice for only prayer or the gods. As time passed, Janet became determined to regain her speech or regain her voice. One of her friends suggested her to join some vocational education and training institute. Now, one of her friends suggests that why you don't you join some education center, the training institute, to train yourself. On her suggestion, Janet enrolled in certificate third in general education at an institute. She toiled very hard. That means that she worked extremely hard and she educated herself with teaching skills. Then she participated in rigorous, which means hard training for studying literacy and numeracy. Owing to her efforts, she was awarded the Institute's silver medal. It means she worked extremely hard. Now she awarded the Institute's silver medal. As she became skilled at speaking, time changed for her. She was even invited to deliver lectures at various forums. That is also a course you can you also see in your that day to day life, that some persons are their vocalists, that they are just going on some different platform and motivate ourselves. One name is also, I know that there's a YouTuber that is Sandeep Maheshwari named, and he also doing like that. She just deliver lectures at various forums, and these like that motivational speeches by which a person get motivated. Once she said, I read my submission at a forum. Through tears, I speak eloquently now, but it is still the voice of a 9-year-old girl who can finally tell someone what's happening to her. Because in her childhood, she always abused by all the people and encouraged her voice only for the prayers. Now she has been a strong girl and just deliver lectures at the various forums only through the training and the education. Janet now studies computer skills at a renowned institution using email and the internet to further her advocacy. So all this thing happen only through the training and the education. So by this chapter we just conclude ourselves that education and the training is very necessary, that training make you a skilled and equipped or intelligent person to face all the problems in your life or the situations in your life to cope up with, and learn also their academic and the training sessions, and also understand the practical things which is going in your life, and later in life go for training to a specialized knowledge. Obviously after 10th or 12th we go for a specialized knowledge or the training. So that is the important thing. So for this, the training and education are very important factor in each and everyone's life. Here in the golden words, quote is also written early, and it is very beautiful. That is, I hated every minute of training. That the training task is so boring and so much work are there, so I hated every minute of training. But I said, don't quit, struggle now so as to live the rest of life as a champion. It means we need not to be quit right now. We have to struggle at the last point of the thing, and so by this thing we just live a life as a champion. It means we just struggle now, but the future life or the rest of the life we just live like a king size or a champion. So that is a quote that is written by Muhammad Ali. So this is all your chapter. Thank you very much.